Hello my dear students. So today we will continue the video learning of the lesson acid, bases and salt. In the previous video I have told you about the characteristic features of acid and base. And I think it was so easy for you to understand what is acid and what is base. So today we will learn about indicators, and again these indicators are used to learn the difference between acid and the base. Understood? What it is, what are indicators, we will study. Special types of substances are used to test whether a substance is acidic or base. This is known as indicators. So, the substance which is used to find whether the given solution is an acid or base, that solution is called indicator. So, in front of you, a beaker of acid is given, a beaker of base is given. Okay, and you are not told that this is acid and this is base. Simply in your table, someone has given you or a teacher has given you two beakers. In the two beakers, there are two solutions and you don't know what it is. And the teacher will tell you to tell which is acid and which is base. So, during that time, and one more thing is, you cannot always taste acid and base to know whether it is sour and bitter. It is harmful. Both are harmful to our body or tissues. Okay. So for that we have indicator. Okay. So we use the indicator to know whether the given solution is acid or base. How is it possible? We will see. Indicators change their color when added to a solution containing an acid or a basic substance. Okay, this is fine now. When an indicator is added to acid, it gives some color, and when an indicator is added to a base, it gives a different color. So you will come to know, okay, so acid means, for example, if acid means, if it is green for acid, okay, it will be red for base. So okay, you will come to know that, okay, green means acid, red means base. You are getting some confirmation now by using something that this is acid and this is base, and that is called indicator. It indicates which is acid and which is base. So there are two types of indicators. One type of indicator is called natural indicator and the other type of indicator is called artificial indicator. Natural indicators are prepared by us. Okay, we can use some household things, natural things like plant matter. Okay, plant matter, and we can make some natural indicators. You can also make some natural indicators at your home. Okay, so that is your activity. And there are some other type of indicator that is called artificial indicator or synthetic indicator that is found in the laboratory. So we will see what it is. See here, turmeric, litmus, China rose petals are some of the naturally occurring indicators. Turmeric, you know what is turmeric? Haldi, isn't it? And this litmus, what is this litmus? So this litmus is a extraction that we get from a naturally occurring lichens. So lichens means, you know what is lichens. You have learned, I think, you have learned in first chapter itself. Okay, lichen is nothing but it is a combination of fungi and algae. So it is if fungi and algae live together, and that symbiotic relationship is called lichens. So we are getting a solution or extraction from this lichens, and that is called litmus. Okay, so litmus will be of two types. Okay, it may be in the form of solution, that is in the form of liquid. Okay, and it will be in the form of paper. I will show you. Next is China rose petals. China rose petals means your hibiscus flower. Okay, in Kannada it is called dasavada. Okay, that flower petals you can take it and you can take it and just heat that petals for some time, and just drain that flower off, and you will get a solution. That solution is called China rose solution. It is also an indicator. Okay, these are the natural indicators. Again, indicators is a compound that will change color in the presence of an acid or a base. So I told that a litmus paper is of two types. Litmus paper, okay, we will get paper in the form of strips. For example, we can see it here. See here, litmus paper, blue litmus paper, red litmus paper. And this is obtained from lichens. That extraction is rubbed on this paper. Okay, then you will get litmus paper. So blue litmus paper and red litmus paper. Now, okay, so now see here, if you dip this red litmus paper to the acidic solution, so there is no color change. Red litmus remains red itself. But if you put this red litmus paper inside the basic solution, this red litmus paper turns blue. Oh, now we will come to know that if red litmus paper turns blue, then it is a basic solution. Okay. Now take blue litmus paper. Blue litmus paper, if you put in base, it doesn't show any color. But blue litmus paper, if you put in in acidic solution, blue litmus will turn red. Then you will come to know it is a acid. Okay. See here it is given. Red litmus turns blue in base. Blue litmus turns red in acid. And one more thing is there, universal indicator, that is pH paper, is also obtained. We get it now nowadays, used to get the full range. Full range means what? All your pH scale was there now, that all colors will get in that pH paper. And phenolphthalein is a indicator. It is an artificial indicator. It turns pink it gives pink color in a basic solution. Now see here, once again we will learn about litmus paper. It is a natural dye. Dye means color. The most commonly used natural indicator is litmus. It is extracted from lichens. It has a mauve, that is purple color, in distilled water. When added to acidic solution, it turns red, and when added to a basic solution, it turns blue. Same as litmus paper, even this litmus solution. See here, you can see the litmus solution now. So, if acid is added to the, actually it will be in the form of purple color. If acid is added to the solution, it becomes red. If base is added to the solution, it becomes blue. Okay, so by the color identify, by the help of the color of the litmus paper, litmus solution, we will come to know which is acid and which is base. So it is used on that is indicator. Easily, without tasting or touching, we can come to know which is base and which is acid. Okay, I already shown you the litmus paper. So examples for indicators. I already told litmus paper or litmus solution. Turmeric is an indicator. China rose. This is China rose. And phenolphthalein is a artificial indicator. Now I am adding this. Now I am adding this slide about acids. Now we will learn the difference between acids and base clearly. Okay. Acids are sour in taste. It produces hydrogen ions, that is your H hydrogen ions is produced. Okay, then turns blue litmus red. Now here blue litmus is turned to red. And what is the pH? The pH is less than 7. Okay, all the items which is having the range of pH less than 7, they are all acids. Coming to base. Base is bitter to touch, bitter to taste, soapy to touch, turns red litmus blue, and pH is greater than 7. So now I understood what is the difference between acid and base in a proper way, isn't it? Physically as well as chemically. Now just a small video about indicators. See, indicators are the substance used to identify whether the given solution is acidic or basic in nature. This is called indicator. First indicator is turmeric. Next is methyl orange. It is a artificial indicator. Phenolphthalein is a artificial indicator. Now what happens? See, again and again I am showing you with the help of the video to make you to understand clearly. In indicator there are two types, natural indicator and artificial indicator. Natural indicators are what are the natural indicators? They are turmeric, China rose solution, then litmus paper. It is obtained from lichens. Then your what is lichens, clearly it is nothing but the symbiotic relationship between algae and fungi. So there are two types of litmus paper, that is red color litmus paper and blue color litmus paper. And one more type of natural indicator is your turmeric. You can make a turmeric paper also. You can make the paste of turmeric and rub that paste on the paper. You will get turmeric paper. In A4 size papers, you can rub the turmeric. Okay. So you have to make it at home. This is China rose petal. You can make the solution of China rose metal by just boiling or heating the China rose solution in a water, in a small amount of water. Next is artificial indicator, that is methyl orange. This is phenolphthalein. Okay. Now how to test the litmus paper, they are showing clearly. So first we are taking a blue color litmus paper. For that you have to add some acid. What happens if you add acid? So blue litmus turns red. You can also dip this litmus paper in the acid. It will show the red color. And you have to take the red color litmus paper and you have to put a drop of base. The red color changes to blue. If you add blue litmus to base, the litmus paper color remains same as it is. So no change. So this is the turmeric sheet. You can also prepare this turmeric sheet by rubbing the turmeric paste onto a A4 size paper or any paper, good paper, white paper. And if you add a base means what? Soap solution or detergent solution. At home it is there. You can add it. You can see that the turmeric paper turns red for base. And for acid, it remains as it is. For acid, it remains as it is. It will not change any color. So this is the conformation. Turmeric paper changes into reddish brown in the presence of base. Now take the turmeric paper and what you are putting? You are putting acid. So what happens if you put acid? It doesn't change the color. It doesn't change the color, it is as it is. So that is the conformation. What is the conformation you are getting? That turmeric paper or acid does not change the color of the turmeric paper. Okay, so that's why it is used as an indicator. And what about phenolphthalein solution? Okay, it is an artificial indicator. What is used? Phenolphthalein solution. You put a drop of acid. What happens? The color will not change. The color does not change. Okay. Phenolphthalein solution is colorless. It doesn't have any color. So if you put acid also don't have any color. It remains as it is. But if you put a base to the phenolphthalein solution turns pink. Okay. Yes. See, now we come to know that whether it is a given solution is a base or acid. Now extraction of China rose solution, China rose petals. The flower petals you have to take, you have to put in water and little you have to heat it and extract the China rose petal. You can do it. You can put a drop of acid. At home, you can put any acid or like lemon juice, orange juice, vinegar. You can put. You will get a magenta color or reddish color. Magenta color it is told. Magenta color you will get. Magenta color. And if you put base, base means any soap solution or anything, the color changes to green color. So this gives a variable means variable look. We'll clearly understand which is base and which is acid, because for acid it turns into magenta color and for base it is turning into green color. Okay, so till here I would like to give the video. So tomorrow we will learn about neutralization. So till here I would like to show the video. So should